getting higher just to feel ya, cause I need to. No one knows it, heart is frozen from your poison. Taking the potion just to feel ya, cause I miss you. Oh my God, can't stop you like heroin. When I love you, God, there's no settlement. I can't pretend that we're nothing. Oh,
I think I'm overdosing.
I think that I'm
Overdosing.
I think that
I think I'm overdosing. I think I'm overdosing.
it's getting stronger, can't take no longer, walking on fire. I'm getting higher just to feel ya, cause I need to. Feels like I'm burning a little bit more, just a little bit more now. Taking the potion just to feel ya, cause I need you. Oh my God, can't stop you like heroin. When I love you, God, there's no settlement. I can't pretend that we're nothing. Oh,
I think I'm overdosing. 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 I think I'm overdosing.
it's getting stronger.
I think I'm overdosing. I think I'm overdosing. 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 I think I'm overdosing. I think I'm overdosing.
I'm on my own, broken alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Just stare, cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me, that's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near, in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares too. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me, that's why I gave you everything. Held you close by No point in blaming you, you did not know.
And welcome on in, ladies and gentlemen, to Apollo Racing Club F1 2020 Tier 1. I'm EV500 here in the broadcast booth. Joining me tonight is the one and only Bash Dash. Bash, it's been 2 weeks since we've had F1 last week because of Memorial Day. We took the week off, but here we are tonight at the 3.6 mile circuit, the Temple of Speed, Monza.
Favorite race of the year. I'm looking forward to this one. Monza is just so crazy. Loving all of the big soft turns from Curva Grande in the beginning to Parabolica at the end. All the chicanes scattered around too. This is a test of the driver's abilities to have high intensity under pressure.
It is indeed. Let's take a look at our updated standings for this week. And it really shook up. We have Terry in P1 in the Williams with 102 points, but Rogue, he is trying to defend his title just like Lewis Hamilton is as well. And he is sitting currently in P2 in the AlphaTauri with 90 points. But a man who is challenging Rogue for that P2 position, the teammate of Terry, Bagpy in the Williams with 90 points. Ruda in the AlphaTauri, Rogue's teammate with 65 points. So the top four there, teammates, obviously. You have Terry and Bagpy and Rogue and Ruda. Bash, this AlphaTauri Williams battle is starting to really heat up here.
For sure. Yeah, no. You wouldn't expect this in real F1, but no, it's crazy. Obviously, the top two drivers have been putting on a great show. We'll have to see if Rogue can bring it back, but the Williams this year, pretty hard to beat, so it'll be an uphill battle for sure.
Looking at Mr. Hood now, he is sitting in P5 in the Mercedes with 58 points. He is currently tied with C. Josh in the Red Bull. He's somebody who wants to win the title, but if he wants to potentially win the championship this year, he has to start winning some of these races here as we get down to the middle part of our season here at Apollo Racing Club. Chipsy in P7, the Mercedes with 48 points. The Action, glad to see him in the top 10 again in the Ferrari with 38 points. In P9, JD in the Renault, the only Renault in the top 10 with 25 points. And then TAC XO in the Alfa Romeo. He is not here tonight, but his teammate Gore is. And so we'll see if he can get himself potentially into the top 10 with a good finish tonight, Bash.
Definitely. Yeah, we can't count out the Alphas. We definitely can't count out the Mercs. There have been a lot of good battles this season. We'll have to see if anyone can get close to the top two, provided someone starts winning races out of nowhere. But I don't know. Well, it'll at least be fun to see who's the best of the rest.
Well, tonight it is going to be all about speed here at the Temple of Speed, Monza. It is going to be basically flat out through the entire track. Of course, the hard braking zones in turns 1 and 2 of Raffaello. That is definitely an area where people are going to have to check up first couple of laps, make sure we don't hit each other and cause safety car issues. And then turn 3, you definitely want to get a nice little exit out of turn 2 to get into Curve Grande and to get into turns 4 and 5 to those Lesmos in turns 6 and 7. Absolutely perfect. And then you're going to have to really press yourself as you go down the hill using gravity to your advantage, getting into Ascaris in turn 8, 9, and 10. And then finally in turn 11, Parabolica. We're going to see a lot of potential overtakes in Parabolica as well. So, Bash, any predictions before we head into qualifying?
I mean, yeah, and I'd have to think about that one. Rogue has been really good on high-speed tracks, I like to think. So, provided he's consistent, he might be able to close the gap between him and the guy in first, I think.
So we are having an issue, I think. We're just waiting on Sahil. Sahil is here, actually. I do see him. And but let's look at our driver lineup for this evening. Of course, a sub tonight for Tech XO. It's going to be MRL Jack. And then Chipsy. Cosmic in the McLaren. Lord Raptor in the Haas. Gore in the Alfa Romeo. Elegance in the BWT Racing Point. The action with Ferrari. Madman GTR in the McLaren. Rum in the Racing Point. Rogue, of course, here again tonight in the AlphaTauri. In the Mercedes, Mr. Hood. Terry in the Williams and Bagby, his teammate from Canada. And then Ruda, Uwe, Stewie 3K, Pizza Parker, JD, and Sahil. Well, we are ready to go here. I don't see C. Josh. So, C. Josh not here again tonight. Who's in his Red Bull? Looks like nobody. So, Red Bull only having UUA tonight. So, here we go. We're heading to Monza, the Temple of Speed. I am very excited, especially for qualifying, because this is when a lot of mind games can happen here, as we've seen in previous actual F1 races. Lots of guys just slowing down on that final run, trying to maybe extend the time, make people miss their last few laps to maybe have a shot at pole position. Who knows? But also, there's one other factor that could potentially play into this tonight, and it is the weather. We could have a rain race. We won't know until we get into the session. Bash, are we hoping for rain tonight, or are we just hoping for a nice dry race?
I would prefer a dry race. I want to see the fastest speeds possible. We could have a dry race anywhere, just not Monza.
Just not Monza.
Unless we are looking for upsets, because we've had some upsets in the rain on Monza historically. 2008 definitely comes to mind.
2000, yep. I've watched highlights of that race. But it is almost time. We're just loading into the session. There we go. We are in. And it is going to be a dry qualifying here, which is awesome. Now, the real question is who's going to be the first man to bite? Who is going to come out first?
Indeed.
A lot of soft runners I see here. And I really honestly think if you're going to run quali here, might as well put on the softs. If you're in the top 10, obviously you're going to start on them, burn through those, go on to probably mediums to the end of the race. And of course, the 2-minute delay here as well. And now Gore, he is queuing up to go here, as I see he's got it all set up, all ready to go.
Ooh, I think a Renault is coming out.
That is going to be a Renault.
Who
is that? It's going to be Pizza Parker. Hello, Mr. Pizza Parker. Glad to see you this week.
It is pizza time.
It is pizza time. He will actually appreciate you saying that for sure tonight. Well, and hello to our viewers on both Twitch and on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight as we bring you Apollo Racing Club F1 2020 Tier 1 action. Looking at people on their outlaps, we have Pizza Parker, Stewie 3K's out there. We got Ruda, Cosmic, Jack, Gore's out there now. Elegance is out there as well, and Lord Raptor. So a lot of the people, Rogue's out there as well. So we'll see some teammate action potentially happening here on quali. You definitely want to have a teammate by you, especially if you want to go for pole position, have that slip coming down all the straights. That's why they do call this the Temple of Speed, as we are just riding along here with Pizza Parker.
Of course, yes. But Pizza Parker is by his lonesome at the current moment. We'll have to see how he goes on with provisional pole, provided he doesn't invalidate his lap. But we'll have to see if, at the end, he can get past the 107% rule, or as he likes to call it, Joe's 29-minute guarantee.
And here comes Pizza Parker as he starts his first hot lap. And there was two Alfa Romeos behind the Renault. So the two teammates going to obviously work together here this evening of Gore and Jack from MRL. And that was a little bit of a scrappy turns 1 and 2 for Pizza Parker. Kind of going to cost him on the exit especially. So now he's coming through Curve Grande, coming into turns 4 and 5. Again, a very hard braking zone. There is going to be a McLaren in front of this Renault of Pizza Parker, so he might get a little bit of help as when he maybe gets past Ascari, or he might actually get it through the Lesmos. He's slowly picking it up now as he goes through Lesmo 1. Does it perfectly, gets it into 7th gear. Comes down. He does have that DRS, and that McLaren's not going to help him one bit. It's going to get out of his way. And who was that McLaren?
Ascari. Yeah, that first chicane wasn't the best, but he's been making it up with the other ones. Ooh, that's smooth as... No, it's
an invalidation. But it's going to be Jack MRL who's going to be the man who's going to come past him here on a quali lap. And, ooh, that's actually really... that's going to be detrimental to that... to Gore's quali, I think. But Jack here, he's really going to enjoy this as he's the first man to put up a time here at Monza. It's going to be a 120.6. Now,
crazy.
Now, I saw Gore. He fell into the pits now. And Elegance pulls up a 119.4. Let's head over to... wait, he actually is into the pits. Now, Cosmic, he's coming around on to his time lap, and that's going to put him up into P4 with a 121.6. And now Lord
Raptor... The other
Raptor
McLaren crashed.
The other McLaren crashed. That was Madman GTR. He was late on his outlap, I know that. But now Lord Raptor going third fastest with a 120.0. And Stewie 3K putting himself in the mix here with a 119.7. Now let's head over to...
Rogue gets provisional pole just over 1 minute 19. But Terry and Bagpee in the sub 1 minute 19 category, this is going to be a battle.
This is really going to be a battle. Let's head on over now to... We don't really have anybody except Sahil. He's on an out lap. Pizza Parker, I think he's on a time lap, actually. Yes, he is.
Yep, he hasn't invalidated it. He's getting this delivery done. Ooh, let's see how he finishes it through Parabolica.
It's looking real nice. There's that McLaren that is wrecked off to his left now. And then he comes across the line. He puts up a 120.3 with 2 lap old sobs.
Yep, he's going to be paid a hefty delivery fee for that. But he will want to see if he can't climb up higher. Maybe try to get Employee of the Month.
Let's head over to now Stewie 3K. He's on an in lap. Let's see any... Stewie 3... Oh, I think he's just... No, is he on a time lap? I can't tell.
No, he's heading into the pits.
All right.
Chipsy? He's finishing a lap. Oh, no, but he's invalidated.
Well, JD...
Terry and Bagpee are going around again. Are they approaching the pits? Yes, they are.
Yes, they are. Now, JD, he is the currently a man who is on a hot lap. So is Sahil. He just came through Rafaelio. And now let's head over. Let's take a look here with JD because JD is a little bit farther ahead. And let's just take a look at how he really takes these Lesmos. Does it quite nice. Stays on track. Now he's coming up to Lesmo 2. Perfectly puts the car in place. And now he's going to get that DRS. It's definitely not going to be a provisional pole here, but it's definitely going to put up a time for him. As long as he keeps it clean through these next couple of sectors. He hits the 50... hit the 50 board there at the braking for his braking point, and now he's going to come down the final straight through Ascari. Absolutely beautiful through here.
I appreciate the frame perfect DRS as well. Once he gets all the pieces together, I don't know if he'll be able to try for a provisional pole, but he can at least get a really solid time. There you go, keeping it safe, keeping it valid, and coming in with a 1 minute 22, one up over his teammate Pizza Parker. And I believe, did Sahil in... No, Sahil's coming in right now. There was another Haas. That was Lord Raptor. Got a 119.8. Sahil responds with a 119.9. The Haas is beating out the Renaults just by a bit.
So just to update some people, Madman GTR did have an accident
And is now disqualified.
and was on the track for way too long, and now we're watching Lord Raptor. He is on 3-lap old softs. I don't know what he is doing. He probably should pit here very shortly. But let's take a look now. Gore, he's going to be putting up a time here. He has a 1:19 even, and he's P3.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Very quick time, and now UUA coming into the mix as well with a 1:19.4. Very nice lap from him as well. And now that's a Mercedes. That is not Chipsy. That is going to be the teammate of Chipsy, Mr. Hood. He gets a little bit loose coming out of turn 2 now as he comes up through Curvy Grande. Riding on board with him, and he is just trying to find a way through, trying to just maybe get a top 5 quali here.
Certainly.
He gets a little squabbly there again.
But he's making it look nice.
He's making
Overall,
it look nice.
It seems pretty fast.
Currently he has put up a 26.3, so he is a little bit up on his delta currently. I wish we could see delta times, but for you guys live, and now he puts up a 53.2. Or a 26.8 through Sector 2. So a very nice Sector 2 indeed. So let's see what he does here on the back stretch. He gets into Parabolica, keeps it nice and tight, doesn't get loose at all. He didn't get real loose coming through Ascari, so he must have found what he did, what was happening, and he puts up a 120.2 and only goes 13th fastest. So probably getting loose in those chicanes in Rafaelio and in turns 4 and 5, just absolutely just tore some time off the board. Now we're seeing Rum in the Racing Point. He's going to go 5th fastest here. Let's head over to Elegance. Now he is putting up a hot lap. He is flying through here as he heads up into Ascari. He's getting a huge tow from his teammate, though.
Yeah. This has been a very competitive quali so far. No one's wildly off, besides maybe Cosmic. Ruda has yet to set a time as well, but I'm sure that when Ruda does set a time, he'll be pretty up there.
Elegance now coming into Parabolica. We're seeing some yellow flags in Sector 2. That is a Mercedes getting out of a wave of the McLaren. And Elegance is in. He
All
must have
right.
been down. So Terry now looking to put up a provisional pole time. He's only 3/10 off his teammate. Actually, he has an invalid lap, and that is going to harm him. You said Ruda. So Ruda's on an out lap, but his teammate Rogue is on a time lap. Actually, no, he is not on a time lap.
Pizza Parker trying to put another time in. We'll see if he can't do better than the 14th that he's currently in. Oh, he goes off. Yeah, that might hurt. That might hurt his time.
Yeah, he's slowing down.
Let's see, is Rogue on a hot lap? He is.
No, he is. He's technically on a hot lap, but I think he is getting in front of his teammate here.
Just warming up.
Yep. Well, he's going to give his teammate Ruda the tow here because right now Rogue is sitting in P4 and his teammate currently does not have a time on the board. So here comes that first DRS zone down the front stretch as we are riding on board with Ruda. And just look at the power behind the slipstream. Oh, no! Miscommunication from the two AlphaTauris into turns 1 and 2. I think Ruda
That's
either...
unfortunate.
Yeah, that is very unfortunate indeed. And that is... Where does that put Rogue? Rogue puts up the fastest Sector 1 with a 25.866.
Ruda somehow has not invalidated his time.
Well, we just know that is definitely not going to be a good time.
At least still get one in, though.
He'll still get a time up on the board, but now but his teammate Rogue is just flying through here. That will be kind of interesting to talk about after the race on what
Is his Sector
happened
2
there.
purple as well?
His Sector 2 was not purple. It was a 26.1.
But it's at least an improvement over his previous Sector 2.
Yes.
Let's see if he can finish strong. Going through Parabolica now. Ooh, that looked clean. That looked crisp. Maintaining that speed. And he finishes with a 1 minute 18.4 to take provisional pole. Rogue is ready to get himself back on top.
He put up a 26.366 in Sector 3, so he was obviously flying through that final sector. Now let's take a look over at Tagore, who is not on a he's not on a hot lap. He has damage to his wing, so he is gonna have to pit for repairs on that bad boy. Now Bagpee, he is overtaking his teammate here Bagpee is in provisional pole with a 118.554, and he is on a he is not on a time lap. I think he's conserving energy, or he's pitting here. I think his teammate Terry, though, is on a time lap, so he is with some clean air, though, so he is not currently by his teammate.
Oh, just as you say that, Bagpee actually puts up a 1 minute 18.3 to take provisional pole. Yeah, now the Williams boys responded quite quickly. And Terry is probably on a hot lap right now, going to try to make a response of his own, see if he can't take pole position.
Well, Terry right now, he puts up a 25.976. That is a little bit slower than Rogue's pace through Sector 1. As he comes through Sector 2, he puts up a 26.174, and he gets a little bit squabbly coming through a Scary. That's going to cost him a little bit of time now. And let's see where he finishes out here in the Williams. Right now, he is significantly slower than Rogue's last lap in Sector 2. So even though he did improve, it wasn't an improvement. And there goes Terry. He puts up a 118.440.
Yeah, they'll keep working at it. I know Rogue is going to want at least one more attempt before this is done. Who else can we watch?
Well, I think everybody's coming into the pits for... Oh. Trying to see here as well. Yeah, I think this is just the next round of pit stops.
Mm-hmm.
But I think somebody just did start a lap. Elegance right now, I think he is on a lap, maybe. His ERS is set to a different mode, and either way, it's invalidated.
Cosmic's on a lap. Ruda is on a lap.
Ruda's finally on his lap, and it's gonna count, I think.
Yeah.
Nice little tire over the curbs there in turns 4 and 5. Now look through 6 and 7. Lesmos 1 and 2 just absolutely perfect. He puts up a 27.2, though, a little bit slower. So he's got.
I think he just wants to get a time in before he ups speed.
Yeah, now he has to find a time. But remember, quality time is coming now. But he puts up the faster Sector 2, his fastest Sector 2 with a 26.1. So this is actually huge because he found a little bit more time than he did in Sector 1. So let's see here as he comes into Parabolica. Does a nice job. He finds the pace. He's on the throttle nice and easy and into the pits. Come on. And he gets a speeding penalty. He gets a speeding warning right there.
This is...
So I think Ruda just wants to have another try at it again here on a fresh tire. Pizza Parker now, he is starting his hot lap. He was the first man out when we started qualifying here. 1 minute 30 to go.
Yeah, let's see if he can at least hop up to where his teammate's at.
Obviously a really good qualifying so far. Our top 3, Bagpee, Rogue, and Terry. And then Gore in P4. So good to see Gore finding a little bit of his pace back here at Apollo Racing Club.
Indeed. All right. Pizza Parker going down the second Lesmo. Activating the DRS very quickly, quite like his teammate. And now through Ascari. Let's see. That was very clean, but how is the speed? Do we have a Sector 2 time?
His Sector 2 time, 26.694. So an improvement. But it's
We'll
nice
see
to
if
see.
Sector 3 is enough, though.
See, he does have a racing point behind him who's getting a huge draft from him. And that is going to put Pizza Parker up. Doesn't improve his time. He puts up a 120.102. His sectors 1 and 3 were a little bit off his pace. Who is that racing point? Is that Elegance? That's the only racing point, so. No, there's two
Rogues
racing-
invalidated his lap. So I guess he'll have to settle for where he's at.
Ruda crosses
Unless
the
he's
line
allowed
with
to
no
try
time.
again. Yeah, he's just heading into the pits.
Yep, it's over for him, but now we're seeing Rum now. He is not on a timed lap or a hot lap, as I can tell, but Terry is, and he's a man who could break some hearts tonight with a provisional pole potential.
Indeed.
Oh, and that's a very wrecked Renault. And now, Terry's just having to avoid cars left and right as he's coming through the final sector. Now yellow flags all over the place, but he does put up the fastest Sector 2 with a 26.1. Let's see what he can do here. Can he find the speed? Yellow flags are everywhere, and there's a Ferrari down at Parabolica that is slow. Looks like missing half its wing. And now here comes Terry. He's coming through Parabolica. Can he find the time? He actually does a nice maneuver through Parabolica to find a little bit more speed. He comes across the line. No, he does not. And he puts up a 118.411. So he does improve, but he
One
doesn't
off of
improve.
Rogue.
One off.
0.001 seconds.
Woo!
Close.
Woo!
That was a blockbuster quali.
Very good quality indeed. It makes me very excited about this race tonight. So get ready, folks, because we're about to go racing.
I'm so ready for this. This is going to be a fun one, just based off of the quali.
Well, the man in provisional pole is Bagpee. Followed behind him is going to be Rogue, then Terry. But UUA coming in P4, knocking Gore down into P5. And then Elegance coming up in P6. Rum in P7. Jack in P8. Chipsy in P9. Sahil in the 10th. Falling out of the top 10 was JD, Lord Raptor, Stewie 3K, Pizza Parker, Mr. Hood, Cosmic, Ruda, and then the Action retiring, and Madman GTR disqualified. So, here we are. Do we need to make any safety car predictions, sir?
I think this time it's going to be clean. Yeah, no, at least in Tier 1, Monza seems like the type of race where it's like I'm not concerned about anything like that. Ooh, it's a little cloudy though.
Little cloudy.
That
The
might
track
affect weather slightly.
temperature currently 24 degrees Celsius. No, 32 degrees Celsius, excuse me. Unless that was our quali temp. No, yet. Hasn't switched over quite yet, so we'll give you temperatures here shortly. But it does, I bet the track is a little bit cooler unless it is a very hot day. That helps keep heat trapped. So here we go. The session now starting. Here we go. We're going to have our first. Wait a minute. Okay, there we go. We are good to go, and the formation lap starting.
All right. What about you? You got any predictions?
Well, as I can see, you're seeing Bagpee here. He's just over it, and now he's just crashing into stuff. Wow, okay.
Trying to be a little bit of a trickster.
I'm not sure about that. Is that legal? Is that even legal?
I don't see why it could be illegal.
Okay. What is going on here? Looking at tires, Stewie 3K opting for the medium tires, Mr. Hood on the medium tires, Root on the medium tire, the Action and Madman GTR all on medium tires. The rest of the field has decided to go with the soft tire. Okay.
Yeah, we do see some medium runners, but the top 10s are all in softs. We'll have to see exactly how the strategies pan out, but given that it is Monza, I'm not exactly sure if anything crazy will be happening.
Ruda's mom is calling him? More at 10. Okay, thank you. We'll have a full report from Kia about what happened there. But what I am curious... Oh, Jack. What happened, Jack? Rum and Jack collided. And Elegance. 3 cars all got disqualified. Now Bagpee, he said, I'm out of here. I'm going to just meet you at the grid. And obviously that's going to play a part into his tire temperature. Same with Elegance, Rum, and Jack. So, but now the rest of the field coming on in. Gore in that position 5. He's going to drive through a car. But there you go. Lap 10 through 12 is the tire strategy for mediums and hards. 2 seconds, Ted. Thank you. Thank you. All right, here we go. Well,
We're starting.
5 lights will come on. 5 lights go out, and away we go here at the Temple of Speed. As now Bagby, he's going to take B1, but Rogue is going to have to go wheel to wheel with Terry. But Rogue is going to go ahead and take that inside line, but that Red Bull of UUA is going to get into the squabble as they are going to go through 3 wide through turn number 2. But guess who comes away with that? It's going to be Rogue. He got the faster line coming through turns 1 and 2, now through Curve Grande between these 2 battles. Let's head towards the back now and see what kind of carnage is ensuing. The Mercedes, the Haas's, and the Racing Point almost 3 wide as they come into turns 4 and 5, and now it's a disaster.
Oh my goodness, there's a pile up. Rum, Pizza Parker, and Mr. Hood.
Oh no!
There's debris on the track. Oh my goodness, Rum is trying to exit. Mr. Hood just wants to get by, and Ruda has already made up positions, though not through merit, but just through whatever it is we can call that. Hopefully Ruda can make up more positions, but it's going to be a big battle to just get points. Back in the top 3, gaps are starting to form. Well, I'm not sure if Rogue will be able to catch Bagpee. Will Terry be able to catch Rogue? It looks like Terry is making the distance, but he actually no. Both of these drivers are using up a good amount of ERS. We'll have to see who can manage it better in the long run, though. OOA just in 4th, leagues behind. The top 3 are just in a different league at this point. This is just a crazy race. Lord Raptor making up positions. Someone falling heavily down the order. There's a yellow flag. It's a McLaren that's stranded. Is that Madman GTR? It is. And Madman GTR is in last place right now. What a start. There are already people in the pits having to get repairs. Crazy.
What has happened here? Now we're seeing
I thought this was going to be clean.
I thought this was going to be clean. Now my leaderboard is completely insane. It doesn't know who's in the lead anymore.
It says Rum's in the lead for some reason.
What is...
It says Ruda's in 3rd and Rogue's in... Oh, never mind. Wait.
Wait.
Yeah, no, this is some Cody's business.
Yo,
F1 2021 better not do this.
Apollo Racing Club broke Codemasters right there. What?
EA Sports. It's in the game.
It's in the game. So who is actually in first place?
I want to say Bagpee,
It is Bagpee.
who is just beginning the
Lap
third lap,
3.
I believe. Oh, but Terry's actually passing Rogue. It looks like it might be a 1-2 situation for Williams. But Terry locks up a little bit, and it looks like Rogue might be looking to regain the position. Being patient with the ERS, Terry using a little bit more. We'll have to see who takes the position coming up with this chicane.
And now we're right on board with Rogue. He's going to bail out early into the inside of turns 4 and 5. But Terry, he is going to get a little bit squabbly as they are coming down into Lesmo 1. And Rogue, he's going to stick with him as they go in wheel to wheel here. What a battle here for P2 between these two excellent sim drivers. And now Rogue, he is going to get that DRS as they come down the hill and back up into Ascari. But that DRS is so strong, and he comes into Ascari and makes the pass so clean. And he is going to say, thank you very much, Terry. I'm going to take your position. You're going to have to fight me for that. As now UA takes up a 3-second time penalty for track limits. So now that
Rogue bows out, gives Terry the position. Could that be so that he could take advantage of the DRS?
Yep,
We'll have to see.
DRS definitely.
Yeah,
See who
already
get-
gaining on him with the slipstream, and then the DRS just adds insult to injury for Terry right there. Let's see if Rogue can finish it.
He does.
Then maybe try to use some of the battery through Curva Grande. Oh, Rogue gets a little messy. Terry's going to actually take advantage of that. Both of them are using ERS, but yeah, nah. Both of these drivers are trying to play chess, as Bagpee is frankly just too far to do anything about at this point.
Yeah, the scrap at the beginning. Now we're seeing a battle between UA, Mr. Hood, and UA, Chipsy, and Sahil. As we saw kind of now when the pit stop started to come out and everybody kind of was chaotic there for a moment. Give you some updates on those people who did have to pit. Jack right now in P16, Ruda in P17, Mr. Hood in P18, and Madman GTR in rounding out the grid. Now, he's having to defend very hard. He's using that overtake button as much as he can on these straights. He's only using, that's quite an interesting tactic, using it for about 5 seconds and then turning it off as he hits that maximum speed. And now he's coming through Parabolica, and now he turns it back on. He's going to be running out of that energy very, very quickly now, but he's going to get a reset right there. And now he gets that DRS wide open because he is in with a second of elegance as he is now coming through turns 1 and 2. And now he's going to go off track, and that's going to be an opportunity now for the Haas and Chipsy. And I think
Hill gets passed by two drivers there and picks up a penalty. Not a good sequence. Passed by his teammate as well. Not a good sequence for Sahil at all.
Not a good sequence indeed. And I don't know if you caught that when he majorly cut turn 1 and 2. So I bet he'll pick up. That definitely was a cut. No doubt about that, because he gained about a second on the Chipsy. So, and actually he's only 2 seconds behind. Now, Chipsy's 2 seconds behind because of that track cut. So, wouldn't surprise me if we get a report of that happening this week. Let's take a look on this battle for P2. It seems to have separated. Let's see who else bashes out there battling pretty hard. We have JD and Chipsy, Sahil, and Lord Raptor. The action, he is approaching the back of the McLaren of Cosmic. But the action, he has wing damage. He's missing an end plate there.
Yeah, things are starting to distance out.
Let's see. Elegance
Haas's
is
are
approaching.
definitely going at it, though, but I'm
The-
not sure how much Hill is going to need to do against Lord Raptor because of that penalty.
Well, let's take a look here with the battle between Elegance and Gore for P4.
Ooh, yeah, no, this should be a good one.
As they now come up into Ascari, Elegance is right on the back bumper of Gore, but is just not quite able to find the move yet. And Gore, he's just hanging out. He's having a good time in P4. He's holding his energy. It's about 66% right now. And if you are wondering how you can actually see all this, head on over to our telemetry site. Just type in !telemetry in our Twitch chat, and you will be able to see it right there. So thank you very much, Tack. All right, now Gore, he is going wheel to wheel now with Elegance, who did have that DRS, and now Elegance is going to take Gore's position here for P4 into Rafelio, and now Gore, he is going to be the man who is going to get that slipstream, get the suck.
Ruda passes Jack 4 to go into P15 now, but quite the distance to go over. Especially because he was one of the guys who pitted.
Track temperature right now, 30 degrees Celsius, so still pretty warm, but it did cool off from qualifying, so these tires are looking all right. Looking at Terry right now, Terry is at 53% tire wear on the left rear tire, so he will be coming in here in about, I would say, 2 laps. After he crosses the line, come in on lap 10, unless he wants to try and get the undercut here.
Yeah, we'll see. I figure pit strategy will be a good separator between the two, just to see who can do it better. Gore takes Elegance thanks to the DRS. We'll try to finish, but Elegance is sticking behind him. Very tight battle between these two.
Elegance is driving a heck of a good race here. He is charging that his ERS behind Gore, and Gore actually does have a little bit less power than he does in that battery.
Just sticking behind.
Elegance coming through Lesmo 2. Nicely done, but he actually is a little bit more behind than he would probably want to. Now he's going to have to really push with this DRS, and he's not going to he's actually much farther back than he was last lap. And I think Gore just found a little bit more pace through Ascari there as well. And now here comes Elegance with that overtake. We're going to ride on board, but I don't think he's going to be able to approach that back bumper very quickly, though. Now he is almost a second away of being out of that DRS zone, and he is going to get that the DRS, but is he too far back to make a pass here?
I think so. Maybe after a couple DRS zones, though, things might warm up. Just got to play the long game, especially on a track like Monza.
Now Gore, he actually holds his position. Obviously, the pass did not happen in turns 1 and 2. But this is when things can get spicy. A little bit of a lockup there from Gore now coming into turns 4 and 5. Now coming down the backs into Lesmo 1 and 2. And he's trying to just find as much space as he can. But Elegance, he's catching up ever so slowly again. As now we are hitting 0.7 of a second behind Gore for Elegance. Let's take a look here. Anybody else even closer than this? Probably not. I think this is a pretty tight. Actually, we do have somebody who's approaching the back bumper of Chipsy here.
Gore getting the penalty might complicate things for him. Now he's really got to get distance on Elegance, and Elegance just isn't letting it happen. With that DRS, it's going to complicate things further for Gore. We'll see if he can't make something happen, but yeah, no, Elegance is putting on a great race. Long as he can keep it clean, he can hold on to fourth.
Well, I'm looking back here with Jack and Chipsy. These guys are battling each other as they come into Parabolica. But Chipsy's just able to find a lot of speed, especially on the exit there. He finds it. But that DRS is going to come in handy for Jack, but he's not going to get the pass done. Chipsy taking the inside line, trying to get a little bit of a draft, but there's a car coming out of the pits. Who is that coming out of the pits? That is going to be Lord Raptor coming out on hard tires. And Chipsy, he actually gains a position coming out of the pits. And now Jack, he's going to have to find a way to get past the Haas of Lord Raptor, who is on the hard tire.
Yeah, we'll see if the hard strategy works out for him. Obviously, there is a lot of distance to cover, but if he's fast and he's resourceful, no reason why he can't make it work. Jack 4, though, with the more worn, slightly softer tires, making that pass. But
Well,
Lord Raptor staying not too far behind and using that DRS to try to make up the position. Is he going to do it? Sahil's been making up some positions, so good for him. Oh, no, it's because everyone's in the pits.
Yep,
Jack 4 actually gets a penalty.
Well, I will update you guys right now. Gore did fall into the pits. What a great late call from him. I think he kind of threw off Elegance there, because now Elegance, he is stuck on track currently with 3-lap-old tires. Well, excuse me, 10-lap-old tires, not 3-lap-old tires. And he is going to have to find a way to maybe... Because he wasn't in front of Gore at the time when Gore pitted. Now Gore, he is switching to that medium tire. So now P4 is at stake. But we're seeing Rogue now. He is staying out on that soft tire. Same with Bagp. I think Bagp is trying to just find as much time as he can in a pit stop and not give Rogue any opportunity to maybe catch him and get a potential overcut or an undercut.
Yeah, you start to wonder if Terry's early pit was the right call, especially given that he's got that penalty. What do you think about that?
Well, right now, Rogue's tires are absolutely toasted. They're at 74%, so we are in the
He is
puncture
coming
range.
into the pits.
He is going to come into the pits. This is actually might be huge, because he is going to try and what Mercedes tries to do against, well, it used to be Max Verstappen. Now they're going to have to find a way to stop Sergio Perez now, but Rogue is going to try and go for the undercut here.
All right. Rogue fitting mediums. Same with Bagp. They come out of the pits not too far apart from each other. Getting the undercut. Ooh, no, just misses out on Rum and Terry, but no doubt Rogue can make those positions back.
Well, Terry, he's going to have a lap older tires, definitely. Bagp, he did have a little bit of an issue in turns 1 and 2. He just went right all over the curbing, and definitely was not fun. Why does he? Did Bagp pit?
Bagp did in fact pit. Rum hasn't pitted yet though. Rogue
so
just riding
lost.
the slipstream off of Terry, about to unleash the DRS combined with the ERS to try to cut the interval. Probably won't make the pass now, especially given that Rum's in the way, but could have gone for a funny maneuver there, but we'll see. Oh, sort of Kevin Magnussen's Terry off the track there, but no, not quite. Lagging behind, giving Terry some distance. Terry locks up a little bit. I think now's about the time that Rum heads into the pits. Indeed he does. And now Rogue is in position to swallow Terry whole.
Well, both of the guys.
But Terry's got DRS as well off of Rum. But Rogue makes the move. Ooh, a bit wide, cuts a bit of the corner. That's going to give him a penalty now.
And he's going to get back the position. Very nice of him. But he has to be careful because Gore is right behind him. He's got to get up the speed quickly here. And Gore, he's using that overtake. He is taking no prisoners this evening. As now Rogue, he's approaching the... Trying just survive here. He had Terry in his grasp right there.
Yeah. You got to commend him for trying to make that move, but...
So I got
gotta
myself...
anticipate things like that happening.
I got myself figured out here. So apparently Rogue and Bagby pitted at the same time. So
Yes.
I did not even realize that Bagby had pitted at that point in time. So that is my fault. So obviously the undercut, not a thing. But it was for Rogue. But it was a huge thing for Terry. The undercut working out for him.
Yeah, the gap between the two Williams is around 9 seconds now. We'll have to see if they catch up, but with those penalties, it'll be tough. Rowe gonna try to make the move again, but has to be more careful so that he doesn't stack another penalty on. No, I'm not gonna try to make the move this time. Smart, but
Follow him
maybe
through.
next time.
Oh, he's going to try and do it right now as they're coming into Curve Grande, but he doesn't quite get the exit speed as he wanted. And if you're Rogue right now, you're obviously wanting to be as aggressive as possible, but you also have to remember the man Gore himself is right behind you, and he is ready to take that final podium position at any time, basically, because this is a 3-car DRS train for P2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm actually very pleasantly surprised with Gore this race. He's been putting it on. Gore really establishing himself as the dark horse of this championship race.
Well, he is
How
definitely...
How high up the standings do you think he can go?
I think he can make the run into the top 5. If he's having races like this evening, he will definitely get himself somewhere in the top 5 because putting up these points are just absolutely crucial here in F1 Tier 1.
Definitely.
And right now, he's not in the top 10 currently. But these guys are just absolutely battling out. This is impressive. Quite superb driving by all 3 of these drivers. Obviously, Bagby now has a 10-second lead over his teammate Terry.
This is what I love about Monza. Hill up in 6th, having a respectable race. I'm pretty sure Elegance is too far to really... Actually, no. No, Elegance isn't too far for the penalties to not affect, but I'm sure they could make some kind of distance happen. Gore is still trooping on. Very well done to him.
See here, back for this battle. It's a 3-car battle once again. And Gore, he's trying so hard to keep up with Rogue and Terry, but Terry and Rogue, they are just driving the lights out of those cars, and it's just absolutely amazing to watch here. As now the action, he's on 14-lap old medium tires, and he is kind of a lonely man right now, but he's up to P5. Still, I think he still has a pit. No, he doesn't have a pit. No, he does. He does definitely have a pit. I thought he was part of the first lap carnage. But he wasn't. He was a man who survived all that carnage, and now we'll have to...
Yep. Ooh, yeah, Rogue's gotten past at this point. Good move from him. Gore still staying close. This is a crazy battle for second. Ooh, taking Sahil, but Sahil might try to trade. Ruda gets another penalty. Very unfortunate race for him.
Well, look at this battle now for P6, 7, 8, and 9th. It's a 4-car battle as they come through Curve Grande. These guys are mad. And now, he's going to get a little bump and run from the Haas, but he's going to stay out in front of Sahil. But Sahil, he's fighting back pretty hard. Now, Elegance, he is behind. Oh, whoops. Elegance, he is behind here. And this 4-car battle is about to turn into a 5-car battle because Chipsy right now in that final points position. He is catching up ever so slowly.
Yep. Terry taking Rogue back again. And Gore probably equal distance from Rogue than Rogue is from Terry.
Oh, there's
but
somebody
there's
off.
an incident. Is that JD?
That's
JD's
JD
gone
and
off.
Elegance.
Elegance has gone off.
And that one,
Lord
it
Raptor
might...
says, I'll take that. Thank you very much. So does Rum. So does Jack 4.
I'm trying to see-
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate indeed. Elegance looks like 0 damage to his car, but for JD, it's gonna be half his wing missing on that left side. Now Rogue, he moves up into P2. Somebody had a shunt. It's gonna be Terry.
Ooh, hey,
Terry
gives Sahil
is
a
off.
love tap.
Terry went off. Rogue now takes P2. Gore has taken P3, and now Cosmic, he's going to be gaining a position up into P12 at the action. He is into the pits. He is coming out of the pits. He is going to be on fresh, soft tires. And Stewie 4K right now gains a position over Jack, who is coming out of the pits and fresh softs. Now let's head up to the battle now for P... Wait, where did I... Oh, Gore has fallen back quite a bit now. Let's head to Uwe now, who is closing in on Sahil.
Terry's
For
actually behind
P5.
Gore as well. That's crazy.
And he's behind him by 4 seconds. Obviously had something happen.
Yeah, no, these mid-level battles are going crazy too.
There we go.
I didn't expect a race at Monza in the dry to be so scrappy, but it's actually really entertaining.
It's becoming very entertaining as indeed as now Uwe, he's trying to come in within maybe a couple of tenths as he comes into turn 1, but he is only now 4 tenths down on to that Haas in front of him, and he's getting a nice exit out of turn 2 now.
Ipsy ain't out of it yet either. He's got some distance to cover, but we'll have to see.
Nothing happening there. Just the only real true fight happening is between Uwe and Sahil. This is for P5. Gore looking to get on the podium this evening. Terry falling down into P4. So, wow. Definitely a race that wasn't expecting today. And this battle between Uwe and Sahil is starting to really heat up now as they come down the back straight and coming into Parabolica. Uwe look to make a move there, but decides to jump out of it last minute, but he'll get that DRS as they come down this final straight. And Sahil, he's just going to have to sit there and just wait as now that DRS is activated. He's a little bit closer this time. Can he pull the gap in even tighter than he even did last time? He is. And he's actually going to lock up.
You remember where Sahil and Gore started?
No.
We might have to check back. I want to see how many positions each of them gained, because so far both of those drivers are in Driver of the Day contention for me personally.
Gore has gained 2 positions. Sahil has gained 5.
Yeah, no, Sahil's been putting it on. The action in the Ferrari getting the fastest lap as well, that's always nice to see. Even in the video games, Tifosi got to represent. Anyways, Chipsy still hanging behind a little bit. Oh, Gore's gotten another penalty, though not sure how that'll affect his race. Terry, 3 seconds and some change behind. How many penalties does Gore have at this moment?
Gore right now has 6 seconds worth of penalties, so Terry just has to keep it clean, and he will reclaim a podium position. Stewie 3K currently he is approaching, actually he's falling a second behind, so don't need to...
Yeah, no, Bagpy and Rogue are just in entirely different planets right now. Ooh, A still hanging on the back of Sahil. Yeah, no, this was a scrappy race, but now it's sort of calmed down a little bit.
Starting
Like
to
calm after the storm.
So Kia, yeah, he's 3 seconds down from Gore, but Gore has 6 seconds. As long as
Yeah, but Terry's got 3 seconds himself, no?
oh yeah, he does. But that wouldn't matter.
So Terry's got to pick it up a little bit.
A little bit, just a tiny bit, which he's doing. Actually, he's pulled the gap in within almost within 3.
Someone must have told him Gore got a penalty. Ooh, but someone's gone off. It's a McLaren, I believe. Ooh. Not sure. But no, there was a yellow flag briefly.
Let's see here, any other battles? Elegance, actually, he's gaining onto Lord Raptor now for 9th position. And there's some yellow flags in Sector 3. That is the McLaren of Cosmic. And now JD. And no, Elegance, he's going to go ahead and make that overtake happen as they come into Rafaelio. And he is going to take P9 over Lord Raptor. What a nice, amazing pass there into turn 1.
I think there's something going on between Elegance and Lord Raptor now.
They just overtook Elegance getting P9, Rum in P8 now as well. Uwe, he is trying to track down Sahil, but Sahil is 1.5 seconds ahead of him. Almost 1.6.
Good to see both of the Haas in the points, though. Sahil putting on a little bit more, but Lord Raptor's efforts are to be commended as well. Not sure if he can catch up to Elegance, but I figure that with the penalty, he at least needs to make sure the gap is short. Crazy that he's tracking on hards, though. Ruta getting another penalty. You'd think he'd get frustrated at this point, but it's at least nice that he's continuing to run the race. Gotta admire that fighting spirit.
Well, Cosmic now getting passed by JD for P16. And he's got to find a 3-second gap pretty quick, but I think Cosmic... Oh, he doesn't have any damage. Oops. Oh. No, he's actually keeping up, but JD looked pretty fast coming when he made that overtake, so we'll see what happens there. Now we're taking a look at this battle for P6 because Chipsy has entered the fight. He is within DRS range as he comes through Lesmo 2. Gets a little bit loose coming off of the exit of Lesmo 2, but he does get it in time for the DRS, and he's going to just push with everything he has as he's getting that extra pace there, getting that extra speed, and he's going to be coming through Ascari and does a nice job through there. Now he's only a half a second bit behind Uwe. And now Bagby, he picks up a 3-second time penalty for track limits. So a lot of these drivers picking up the track limit penalties now. This is absolutely crucial for these last remaining laps. There is your current penalty situation. Bagby with 3, Rogue with 6, Gore with 6, Terry with 3. And
Terry's actually closing the gap on Gore, so if things stay how they are, Gore will actually lose the podium. Actually, yeah, no, Gore will lose the podium position.
And Chipsy making a pass for P6 now, getting past Uwe, who has 9 seconds worth of penalties, and he is currently under threat of losing 1 position after the finish of this race because Rum has 0 penalties right now and is currently 8.8 seconds behind Uwe. Now Terry picking up another 3-second time penalty for track limits. Now it is even playing field.
Crazy.
Absolutely insanity. Chipsy, no penalties He is a current candidate for driver of the day. I totally agree with you. Now, Terry's trying to push all the way up into with Gore. Now, what tire is Gore running on? He's running on the medium tires. Same with Terry. Then these guys have the same age. Let's take a look at Gore's tire wear. Gore's tire wear is at 49%. And Terry's tire wear, whoops, that's the Hills. Terry's tire wear is at 56%. He is absolutely hauling here with 3 laps to go here at the Temple of Speed.
Yep, Terry's got to be careful not to ride them too hard, though, because he might lose it with the tires getting the age that they do. I think Ruda has gone off now. You can't help but feel sorry for
safety
Ruda.
car.
That's not the weekend that he's had in mind. And the safety car, yep, that's going to complicate things. But it'll bring things down to speed with the gap closed between Rogue and Bagpee. You might wonder if Rogue might try to make a move.
Well, this is interesting that the safety car would come out with 3 laps to go.
Rogue's actually coming into the pits.
He's going to try and get soft tires here, but ooh, does he have the gap to make this happen? Let's see here. I'm going to watch. Gore's coming into the pits now. Did Bagpee come into the pits? No, Bagpee actually stayed out. Did Terry come in? Terry did come into the pits.
This is his chance.
Gore's going to get out in front.
Chance.
Yep, Rogue is going to get...
But Sahil passes Rogue.
Sahil on 12-lap-old medium tires. I'm surprised he didn't pit, but hey, sometimes luck can run your way.
Yeah,
and
Sahil's just got the 1 penalty, right?
Sahil just has the 1 penalty of 3 seconds.
So he could potentially win.
He could potentially win.
Yeah, long as he stays within 3 seconds of Bagpee and Rogue, pending any penalty changes.
And Rogue...
Imagine if Sahil wins this race.
Terry
he would have to get driver of the day by law.
Yep. By law. Safety car in this lap. Safety car in this lap. And Bagpee, he is way out in front. He is right behind this safety car. So Sahil, he really has to pick it up here, but to keep his delta positive, if he even wants to have a chance of winning this race... Yeah, it is a very late safety car because guess what? Rogue is right behind Sahil, and these guys are going to go green flag racing here very soon because now Bagpee, he is holding up for the safety car to get back, and he's going to have to pick it up very quickly here as Sahil.
Who are they going to... Oh, and there's
oh,
a touch.
No! Who
Has
touched
Rogue
who?
damaged his wing?
Yes, Rogue does have damage to his wing. Sahil, he does not have any damage, it looks like, but Rogue, it doesn't matter to him. He's going to have every chance in the world. Where's the red flag?
Sahil is within 3 seconds. So he could get the dub.
He could get the dub here.
This is Sahil's race to lose. I want to see ones in the chat for Sahil right now. Come on, dude, you can do it.
It is going to be a last lap shootout here at the Temple of Speed. You saw it this morning at Baku in Azerbaijan. That was an amazing finish to a race and honestly, a really awesome podium.
Putting on for Haas, about to make every sim race fan in America cry tears of joy. Gunther Steiner, I hope you're watching. Because Sahil's going to give you something to swear about, but it's going to be happy swearing.
Well, it is going to be interesting to see what happens here with the final 2 laps here. We're on lap 26 of 27, and the last lap shootout will begin right now. Well, here in about 10 seconds.
Sahil just has to make sure he doesn't fall behind another second. Maximum fuel, maximum concentration, maximum maximizing needs to be done.
Well, now Chipsy, he has picked himself up his first time penalty of the evening with 3 seconds. Now Terry, he's going to be putting up the fastest time with a 1:20.808. And Bagpee, he is under threat of Rogue, and Rogue has a damaged wing, ladies and gentlemen. He's missing an end plate on that right side of that car. And Sahil, he's only within 2 seconds. And Gore, he's putting Sahil under pressure, but that's okay, he says. I think he's saying that's fine.
Sahil is making sure that he's driving extremely safely because otherwise his chance for securing the win are just gone.
It really is. Could these two in the front collide together and just ruin this entire thing? As they now
Hill is just
approach.
probably using Gore for DRS, I think. No, I think he's too far for DRS. But, oh my goodness. How many penalties does Gore have?
Gore has 6. Rogue with 6. Bagpee with 3. Sahil
Oh
with
my
3.
goodness. It's happening, isn't it? It's actually happening.
Let's see here. Bagpee,
Approaching
he's coming up.
Parabolica, Bagpee, Rogue, and
No,
Gore
Rogue!
are going. Rogue crosses the line. Oh, it's going to be a shootout to the end. No, Bagpee ultimately edges him, but Sahil might.
He gets
Oh,
P2.
he gets second. But the
Yeah, you were
interval
right,
was
Beck.
only 2.6 seconds. What?
Because Sahil had 3 seconds.
Yeah, but everyone else had 6 seconds.
Bagpee only had 3.
Oh, Bagpee only had 3. Oh. Crazy. But still, definitely deserving of a driver of the day. It's really
Woo.
cool seeing Sahil this high on the podium. The game will probably agree with us. Gore doing great. Terry could have done better, but top 5. Can't be too mad about that. Lord Raptor in P7. Haas definitely eating well tonight. The action in 8. Elegance and Pizza Parker rounding out the points finishers.
Well, guys, who is your driver of the day? Let's see who the game says that will be a candidate.
The action?
The action? Okay. But I'll also put up Sahil in there. And
The moonwalk win animation is just too powerful.
but what who should we give our third nomination to? So we have Sahil, Gore, obviously.
Yeah, I don't know who the third would be. I guess we could just put the action in because that's what the AI chose.
The action finishing 8th place. Actually, the action did gain 10 spots. So
Whoa.
quite intense indeed.
But yeah, let's see what the chat says.
Chat, who do you think deserves driver of the day? Gore, Sahil, or the action? Sahil. I would say Sahil. Sahil drove an excellent race today. If Bagpee could have had a collision, gone off track, and gotten 6 seconds, the win was within his grasp.
I agree wholeheartedly. Sahil deserves everything.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for us this evening. What a race indeed. So that is definitely going to, it's not going to shake up the standings too much, but I tell you what, we're going to probably see some reports from this evening. So any final thoughts, Mr. Bash?
Only that this race was everything I wanted and more.
All right. Well, it was definitely an exciting race. What a way to start the day with an amazing F1 race, and then a amazing way to end the evening with a great Apollo Racing Club F1 2020 Tier 1 race. Well, thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen, for everybody here at Apollo Racing Club. We want to thank you for watching. Make sure to hit the subscribe button on YouTube and hit the follow button and the notification bell to know every time we go live. If you would like to join us, go to apolloracing.club. Well, it's time to say good night here from Apollo Racing Club, and we hope to see you next time